Why don't you set the goal to become a millionaire for what it will make you become? This is famously said by Jim Rohn, and it's a quote that really struck me hard, but what does it truly mean at its core? Why don't you set the goal to be a millionaire for what it will make you become? The way I see it is that setting the goal to be a millionaire doesn't have to be just this, linear path to one set goal. The idea is that the process of becoming a millionaire, starting that business, whatever it may be, is what the goal is. It's not the materialistic objects of the cars, the money, the house. It's the process. And I talk about this in another video. It's the journey, not the destination. It's such a corny idea, but once you really break it down, it has so much depth to it. And it's really groundbreaking for me, because it's like, yeah, when you're a kid, right? Or I'll say when you're in adolescence and you're growing up and you see this stuff on social media, people with the cars, the money, and all the stuff, that kind of feels like it's something you want, right? But you don't know what it takes to get there. So many people set the goal to be a millionaire for the cars and the house, when in reality, you should be setting the goal of becoming the person who's capable of getting that, starting the business that can bring in the money to get that, having the skills to talk, or like I said, start the business, sell, do whatever to get that. So many people pin the idea of being a millionaire in this materialistic realm, when in reality it starts here and here. It starts in your heart and your mind, and changing who you are internally to align with the actions of said millionaire. What do you look like as a millionaire? Think about it. Now that's a reality. So you have to align your actions with going to get that. That's law of manifestation 101. Law of attraction, I should say. And not even to go down that route, although it is a valid one, but seeing your reality is the first step in anything. Anybody will say visualization, whatever, law of attraction, prayer, whatever you want to call it. It's all in the same field, but it boils down to, what does it take internally to be the person that you want to be? What does it take internally to be that millionaire? How do you have to think? How do you have to feel? How do you have to treat others? How do you run a business? How do you make money? How does yourself make money? And when you can really break down those questions and answer them, then it starts to become clear. And then you start to learn things about yourself and discover new things and things you really like. And at that point, it's not even about the money anymore. It's just about developing those things, because that's who you are. That's what you like. That's your purpose now. So I find that if you re-angle this, it also ties back into the law of detachment. If you re-angle this to thinking about yourself internally versus what you can get, then it's a whole new journey in itself. You're no longer worried about the end result. You're worried about the success of developing who I am as a person. So I'm going to kind of conclude with this. You're waiting on a version of yourself that's waiting for you. You can't get these things until you become the person first. It's only a matter of time, and it's only a matter of development of yourself. But the important step is looking inwards first. Truly, how can you be that person that achieves those goals, that gets that million? So look inwards first, and then the external stuff will come later. Thank you for watching.